In a recent radio interview, 82-year-old producer Mfundi Vundla explained the 2014 mass firing of Generation's entire lead cast after they struck over royalties not budgeted in his SABC contract. He gave them 4 days to return but axed them when they didn't, prioritizing his vision for Africa's biggest soap led by a black producer. The bold move dropped viewership from 7 million to under 4 million, though the relaunched Generations. The legacy recovered to rank second behind Uzalo by late 2025. While opinions remain divided on contracts versus actor demands.
2014,
Yeah,
the actors we hear are fired, but before that,
yeah,
they're on strike.
yeah. I'm shooting a scene with Mfundi Vundla, and right in the middle of the scene, whilst the scene is being shot, Tato walks into the scene. I mean, the scene is being shot. This guy is an actor. He just walks into the scene.
Is this Tato Mulamu?
Yeah, he just walks in, whispers something in Menzi's ear. Menzi drops everything and walks out. Bang. It becomes clear that the issue is they're not happy with the fact that they're not getting royalties. And my response is that, look, I don't. That's a legitimate issue, of course, but there's no line item in my budget which says royalties for actors. Royalties are paid by the broadcaster. Number one, I don't own the show. It's owned by the broadcaster. So the honors for the royalties lies with the broadcaster. So basically, what they were doing is that given my name and maybe my stature, they wanted me to go and fight that battle. And I refused.
Why did you refuse, Baba?
My point is, you are actors, you go and fight your own battles. I have my own battles to fight as a producer.
The reality is...
No. I have a contract. I have a contract I have to deliver to
SABC.
the SABC. And them being on strike puts me in breach of contract. So I said, I'm not going to be in breach. So you get out of here. You have walked out. You have 4 days, something. I gave them a deadline to return to work. If you don't return to work, I gave them time to return to work. If you don't, it's all over. They didn't turn up. And that was it. I said, well,
Obviously,
bye. I created a show which I was extremely proud of. It's my dream. And I said, nobody's going to mess my dream. You don't mess my dream. No, you don't mess with my dream. I created it. You don't do that. So Mengani, I'm told, no, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen.
And I know, Baba, there's something that you wish you had said on air, that you felt that they were getting paid more than any other actors at the time.
Yeah, the other show. It was the highest paying television show. And it was the only television show led by a black person. And they didn't go after the actors didn't go after those white production houses who were paying them much less than I was. They came after me.
Some may say heavy is the crown, right? Because Generations was also the biggest show in all of Africa.
Yeah, sure, okay, but it's still a point, though. The point still stands. That why is it that they came after me? Because I'm black?
What people are saying now that Vundla has spoken about the issue again, many South Africans have been sharing their opinions online. Here are some of the reactions. Speech balloon. Some people support Vundla. They say the actors were unprofessional for striking during production and that he had to protect the show. Others support the actors. Some fans believe the actors were treated unfairly and were simply fighting for better pay and job security. Some say it changed the industry. The dispute became one of the biggest controversies in South African television and sparked conversations about how actors are treated in the entertainment industry. In fact, debates about performers' rights and labor protections in the creative industry are still continuing today. The Generations 16 saga remains one of the most dramatic moments in South African TV history. One decision by Mfundi Vundla changed the show forever, and more than a decade later, people are still debating who was right and who was wrong. Was it business or betrayal? That's the question fans are still asking today. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. And tell us in the comments, do you think Mfundi Vundla was right to fire the Generations actors? Comment below and tell me what you think. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe for celebrity news.